Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Elden Ring, and we're hanging out here back at the Hold after I did some off-camera backtracking involving just checking on a few spots in Liurnia that I didn't really feel that I had fully explored. Places like the Poison Swamp and the Academy Gate Town, and I just went to a couple other places from our first time through Liurnia, such as the Laskiar Ruins, and I managed to find something new, which we will be checking out in a moment. In the process, killing giant crabs and albinorics and all sorts of stuff, I do have a whole bunch of runes to spend. So why don't we go ahead and level up here as part of our housekeeping and see what we're going to put a point into next, knowing that we don't have to overthink this. We're going to get a chance pretty soon to be able to respec. Hopefully, assuming that we're going to be finding Renala in the not too distant future. That's what I should say. We could do a little bit more hit points. Hit points is never a bad thing. I do like endurance, though. Giving ourselves more stamina is pretty much always a good thing. I think that's what I'm going to do. I really do want to start pumping some more points into faith eventually, because we do have a couple spells that are out of our reach. But let's keep going with the keeping our vigor and endurance up for the short term. And we have that respec option in the back pocket. I do also, I did make note of the fact here that Dialos has already taken off. We had some progression in Dialos quest line, and something that did not fully sink in when I was talking to him the first time. Always takes a little bit for these things to absorb for me, but he was much more troubled. Not so much troubled, I guess, about the fact that Lanya was dead. Not nearly as much as it was an insult to him and his house. So, Dialos really has his priorities straight. We'll be catching up with him eventually. It feels like it's probably going to be a while, because he talked about the recusants and their hideout up on Mount Gelmir. So, who knows how long it's going to take us to get to Mount Gelmir. Because at this point, I'm kind of thinking about the Altus Plateau as secondary to both Liurnia and Caelid, but we will see exactly how things go. Let's quickly check around the Hold here for any other appearances or disappearances from various NPCs. We might also just check. Did we pick up last time some extra
I took youth no matter to lay out your arms.
somber smithing stones? Do we want to quickly strengthen the magma scale sword? No, we already got this up to +4, which is kind of where I was wanting to keep it for now. We won't be leveling up anything just yet. I'm really liking the magma scale sword, the magma guillotine. I don't feel the need at the moment to switch over to a different lineup. But I do like variety, and eventually we will probably be mixing things up again. Any spirit ashes that we want to, we have picked up some new options like these land squirts, but not the most enticing ashes options that I can. It's just there's a lot of other cooler ashes. I don't see this one being super useful. If we're gonna have somebody post up stationary, it's gonna be Latenna. So, okay, we're not gonna level up any spirit ashes for now. Let's go ahead and get back to the exploring, because there are some ideas for. We're not gonna do an NPC sweep, but I do want to check in at some places that we have run into NPCs before. We'll get to that momentarily, but first let's head back to the Sorcerer's Isle. Test 2's Rise. I think the Fresh Brain has figured out what was the problem with finding the third wise beast. Let's see if my idea pans out here. This is one of these situations where I think I really benefited from having recorded myself, because what I did not realize, or at least what I did not notice when I was first here, as I wait for the zombies to appear, we sort of do need the zombies, I think, for this, in order to solve things. I did go to the right place, correct? This is the Test 2's Rise. When do the zombies start popping out of the ground? Do I need to, like, approach the door first, stand up at the door, and then... Or you get the title card for Test 2's Rise. What is the trigger here to summon the zombies? This is actually a little bit... we maybe... We'll see if I actually do need them, because I think I know where to look, but I was gonna point out the fact that what I noticed in the video is where the turtles were, at least the 2 turtles that we found, the one that was in the tree, and then there was one over here, I think. You also, in addition to the turtles, there was a zombie nearby that was staring at the turtles, or staring in the direction of the turtles. And I think that's the clue. Now, it is a little bit difficult without zombies out here to point us the way, and this is actually very puzzling. I don't understand why. What have I done to... Is it because we're here at nighttime? But what I will say is that even though the zombies aren't here right now, I do remember there being one up here that was right here, I think, looking in this direction. Is it possible that there is a invisible turtle, like right here? That was my idea. Let's actually see if we can test that idea by actually shooting a lightning bolt in that direction. Well, that wasn't quite the direction that I was going for. I guess we have to aim down a little bit. Well, we'll get this right. Let's not use the telescope. Let's just use our manual camera aiming. Wow. I just want to aim for the top. I should go stand on the rock. That's what I should do. I should go... The thing is, I don't think I can jump up there on my own. I think I need torrent. Here's what we could do. Here is how we could... The other way we could solve this is by switching back to... Actually, now that I have leveled endurance, do I have enough to be able to equip a second weapon? If it's light enough, such as this grafted dragon. It still puts me at heavy load. If I take off the torch, maybe? Aha. Okay. We'll see if we can live without the torch momentarily. Because what this does is it lets me bear witness. So our fire is very clearly hitting up there. But there's no turtle that is... It did not sound like there was a turtle that was being affected. Well, maybe my idea is not... Maybe my idea doesn't hold water here. Let's warp to the Sorcerer's Isle. The whole real mystery to this entire situation is, where are the freaking zombies? This place was infested. It was zombie central last time. What have I done differently? Let's go to morning. I feel like it was nighttime the first time we were here, so I don't think time of day is what is the problem. What have I done differently? Seek 3 wise beasts. There's the zombie. Was it really a time of day thing? Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, wait, this guy is actually looking in a slightly different direction. He is not looking... Well, now he's looking at me. But he was looking... He was actually looking over in this direction. It's not an invisible turtle. Not invisible. I see now. Okay, there is a ledge here that is not... It is elevated from the lake level, which is where I explored. I rode around the island, or the isle, on horseback. I did not see this elevated spot up here. Okay, so the clues were there. The staring zombies were pointing us in the right direction. I just didn't see them the first time around. And it is one of these situations where I'm not sure I would have seen if it were not for the fact that I go back to edit and watch my footage from the play session. If I were just playing this on my own, I don't know if I would have been able to piece that together, because when you go back, the turtles I don't think respawn. The turtles, once you kill them, are permadead. So then when you go back over to these spots where you killed the turtles before, are the zombies just now, are they just gone now? Have they, when we solve the puzzle, they just despawn? Maybe. But the zombies that would be over here, and they would just be standing by themselves, I don't know if I would have pieced together that, oh, they were actually staring in the direction of the turtles. So, a situation where playing for YouTube is a benefit. Even if you weren't playing for YouTube, just recording your own footage could be a benefit. Okay, let's climb on up. Is there anything actually? Let's look at these paintings. This one actually seems a little different, or I don't recognize immediately this. Wish I wouldn't have broken that candle, but we can kind of see anyways with our lantern. Where is this? Is this up on Mount Gelmir? This definitely doesn't look familiar. Are there any other paintings that do look familiar? Do we have like an artist shack here? Perhaps, but I'm not sure if it's in a location that we have been to. Like this bridge here kind of feels like the bridge that goes to the Divine Tower in Limgrave, but I can't say for sure. Oh, this one's on its side. You got to look sideways at that one. Okay. Just checking out the artwork. Feel like those are probably going to be locations that we eventually get to. Maybe, maybe not. But either way, are we going to find another memory slot? I mean, that'd be cool. I'm not going to turn it down. Would love it. I would love it if there were a talisman slot. Boy, the view, when Liurnia is clear like this, the view of this place is so great. I love it. There's something about this area when it's not foggy that is just incredible. Alrighty. Test 2, what you hiding? Another memory stone. Okay, alright. We got 6 memory slots now. We have another spell option at our disposal. 5, I feel like, is a pretty good number. When we start to add more than 5, you do start to... Like, it's cool having options, but there are, you know, cycling through to get to the right option. You're going to need to be much more, I think... we're going to need to think a lot more about using the holding up option to get us back to the starting option, and going from there. So... But hey, more options, more better. At least that's how I'm going to think about it. Memory Stone achieved, acquired, and Test 2's Rise solved. So now, let's take a look at our notes and see... I wanted to go back and revisit a few different places that we've been to before. The first place is way back to the beginning of the game, which was the first step. And I want to just read once more this note that was left by Vare, which I want to say, I'm pretty sure this note pointed us to Liurnia, correct? It does say, off to Liurnia with you. Seek the Rose Church west of the Gate Town. Oh, west of the Gate Town. The Rose Church. So west of the Gate Town. Gate Town is here. That might be this area. Because, okay, it says Temple Quarter. Maybe a temple is the same as a church, or it could be this, right? There are some spots here, I think, on the western side of the map that we have not explored yet. Okay, so it could be, we might be finding Vare later today. Cool, looking forward to that. Where was, oh yeah, Test 2's Rise is all the way up here. So I don't know that we have been through, the only spot that I can say for sure is we've been here and we took down the Glintstone Dragon. I don't remember if we've been to this little isle. So the western side, as well, not just the lake, but also the perimeter of the lake we need to explore. There's something here to check out, and I don't think we've explored this area. We've only explored like the King's Realm ruins. This little carve out near Smithing Master E.G., which was very cool meeting him last time. So yeah, the next thing I want to do then is reacquaint. Let's go back here to the Bridge of Sacrifice. We met Hyetta a couple episodes ago, and she looked very similar to Arena, or at least she reminded me a lot of Arena. There's no way. No, Arena is still dead. Okay. Maybe she's related to Arena. What was Arena's dialogue before? Did Arena say that she was actually a blind maiden? Did she go that far? I think she just said that she has... My eyesight's been weak since birth. She didn't claim to be a blind maiden, which seems to be a more... a special designation. Okay, so we don't know exactly... We just know that Hyetta is a different person. Although the voice actors do sound very similar. What else do I want to check? Ah, yes. Another mystery that we've had is this situation with Sellen. Being in two places at once. Sellen, the witch, the outcast from the academy. Whatever is going on with Sellen, I had the idea that maybe we should buy her spells.
There you are, my apprentice. Shall we commence the lesson?
Study sorceries. Now the trick is she has a lot of spells. And maybe we should have done this before leveling up. We can always pop some runes. I had this thought that we've seen it before where other characters in other certain NPCs in other Dark Souls games can have their... You can progress their quest line by buying all of their stuff. So maybe that's the case here. If that is the case, how many runes would we need? Let's do a little bit of quick math, shall we? 5,000, 3,000. Add all these up. Let's do a little times 2 there, and another times 2. We can do this times 3. It's got to be like 20k. We need like 20k. Let's go. She can't sell anything to her. Her name is Sellen, but she ain't buying. Okay. So let's go sell some stuff to Merchant Kale. Why not? Let's go to Merchant Kale. We were just in the neighborhood. Who knows? Maybe Merchant Kale has something new. We'll do a check-in with the merchant. Our longtime acquaintance.
It's you again. Always a...
And let's sell some runes. Not rune arcs. Some runes. We have 2 of these. That gives us 4. And then we have another 2,000 here, so that's 6. And then, so we need another 14. 5 of these gets us 1. So 5 times... Do I really want to do that many? Am I really... No, I don't need that many. I need 7. I'm way overestimating the amount of runes that I need here. So I need 35 of these? That's kind of a lot. Dipping into my rune stash here for stuff that doesn't really directly benefit the playthrough. But we also have 86 golden rune ones in storage, so we're still pretty well stocked.
Goodbye.
So this is in furtherance of a potential NPC questline. I think it's worth it. Even if it is a sorcery-related NPC, and we're not doing the sorcery thing. But you never know. I'm pretty sure it was actually the sorcerer, the sorcery NPC in DS3 is the one that I'm thinking of in particular. That once you purchased all of their stuff,
There you are. Shall we commence?
stuff happened. This is a long shot. I don't really think this is going to do anything, but I also know that eventually I'm going to be collecting everything from every vendor regardless. So we're going to do it one way or the other. Oh, okay. So this does at least open up new dialogue. So that's cool. Let's check out what she has to say about glintstone sorcery.
Our art draws upon the powers embedded in glintstone. But what is the nature of such power? Glintstone is the amber of the cosmos. Golden amber contains the remnants of ancient life and houses its vitality, while glintstone contains residual life and thus the vitality of the stars. It should not be forgotten that glintstone sorcery is the study of the stars and the life therein, a fact lost on most sorcerers these days.
Interesting tidbit about sorcery and its connection to the stars. She did also mention amber. I think I remember something about Renala having an amber egg that she clutches. Is there a connection there? Okay, so that's the only bit of dialogue that we get. Why don't we...
Your appetite for learning is impressive. You make me proud to have grown little legs so readily. You must have a fabulous teacher.
She's so humble. In addition to all her other amazing qualities. Let's see if this causes anything to happen. She is still here.
There you are. Shall we commence the...
And it does not progress things. Just to be thorough about this, we're going to go back to the Witchbane ruins and check there as well. Just to be thorough, but I kind of had a feeling that this was not going to progress anything. I didn't really think that it would cost me 20k runes, but you know, no big deal. Runes come and go. In the grand scheme of things, not really that much of an investment, especially when we just, you know, we pick up new golden runes all the time. No big deal. What is going on with Selen, though? Where's this entrance to the underground? Here we go. What is the deal with Selen? This is, I mean, the real thing that I might need to do ultimately. Frothing degenerates. Ultimately, the answer might be that we have to actually attack one of them. Or that we're meant to attack one of them. I don't know. I'm always hesitant. That's like the last, absolute last resort that I can almost never bring myself to, is to attack NPCs that have not given me a good reason to do so. And Selen is, at this point, really just suspicious. She hasn't really seemed nefarious, per se. So, anyway, we'll continue to mull that mystery as we go. Another place, now that I'm actually a little bit low on runes, let's quickly check at the Beast Clergyman. It's been a little while since we really kind of just avoid at all costs has been the new approach toward the Beast Clergyman, because it does seem like he is still very much ready to pounce on us in an instant. And I really don't think we are ready for this fight. I feel like this, well, we can try. Like, we can try and see what might happen here, but I don't think this is going to go particularly well for us. Well, okay. Hey, at least we did not die in one hit. One hit death did not happen this time around. So that's progress, I suppose, from the last time. And the question is, can I pick up my shit and get out of here. I think that is what we're gonna do. Okay. The main reason for coming back here is just in case the death of D. I didn't think the us wearing D's armor would have any effect, because that's not how Elden Ring works. But I wondered if maybe the death of D might have changed something. You know, the beast clergyman was always seeking more death. I don't know. I just had a wild idea to, hey, let's check in on the beast clergyman. Okay. So as I sort of suspected, all these places have been a bit fruitless, but these are things that you have to do as part of NPC sweeping and checking back in on things. As I mentioned previously, though, we did find, or I did find off camera, as I was looking around some places that I've been before, I found a little underground spot here in the Laskyar ruins that I had missed before because I was a bit preoccupied with getting my butt kicked. A little preoccupied with raging at the spider enemy that I missed over in this area. Somewhere over here on the northwest side of things. Here we go. An opening that leads to the underground. And so this is where I left things. I just put a marker on the map. Okay, no. It felt at first like it might be a mini boss fight. And part of me is still wondering if it's going to be a mini boss fight. But it looks like we're just... What the heck was that? Oh, there's a very... This is the key, or a key example of don't look at it. a crack in the fabric of the lands between that has been noticed. Don't look at it. All right, chests. Not a trap. A wraith calling bell. What? Wraith calling bell. I did not check whether it was key items, but I don't have to check because we have it under recent items. Let's go. Use FP to ring bell and call prowling wraiths. This is what those the enemies in this area do. We got their little thing. Worshippers of revenants is what they're called. Bell used by worshippers of revenants. What is a revenant supposed to be? Word lookup time. Time to look up the definition of a word. Revenant is one that returns after a lengthy absence, or one who returns after death. Got it. Worshippers of revenants. Ring bell using FP to summon prowling wraiths. This can be done multiple times in a row. Wraiths are said to be the vengeful spirits of those who died when cursed. So this looks like this is not a weapon. Is it? Does it tell you like what part of the menu it's under? It says reusable, which made me suspect that it is a tool. And it is. Ah, I see, because Mimic's Veil is reusable. So it's not a weapon. You just, it's kind of like a hunter tool. You put it, what am I thinking of? The things in Bloodborne, the old hunter's bone and those sorts of things. You put it on your quick items, which are full at the moment because I have, I was experimenting a little bit with, I guess I experimented a little bit with sleep. Wait, no, we did this on camera. We did this on camera, of course. What am I thinking? It's just, it's been a few days since I recorded, and I forgot exactly what I did on camera and off camera. And I thought, no, there's no way I would have done something new like sleep pots off camera without showing you all. That's just not how I roll. Okay, let's take, I think, well, I'm not going to get sidetracked on that. We'll get back to the sleep pots. I had another idea regarding sleep, the sleep status, but we'll get to that later. What I want to try right now is just this Wraith Calling Bell. So we put that in our quick items, and yeah, god damn it. Go slowly enough to where I can actually use it. There's nothing to, you know, we have to like actually have an enemy to targets. Maybe we'll do that here real quick. Let's just go find one of these bell ringers. It's fitting that we get to turn things right back around on them. And you can just do this multiple times in a row. And you can kind of keep walking. Interesting. Not the most powerful. I did notice that it scales with intellect in addition to faith, which does suggest to me that it is a dark-oriented spell. But it could be an interesting thing to, I don't know. It doesn't do that much damage. That's the problem. And when you can just go up to him and whack him with your big old magma sword, do you really want to dink around with the Wraith Calling Bell? I guess we'll leave it on the bar just in case. We might decide to. You always got to experiment a little bit. You never want to rule out something too quickly, as might have some more effectiveness than what you're thinking of. Let's look at the notes again here as we progress through. I guess this is still technically housekeeping. We're gonna do a little bit of a backtrack through. I had gone through like the poison swamp area, but I also wanted to go through the village of the Albinorks just one more time very quickly, because I wondered if maybe Latenna had come back here. Was that possibly? She had mentioned that she had some business to attend to, and I wondered if maybe we might find her back at the village. She is a summon, of course, that we have with the ashes now, but I think she did say that there's something I must do, which is why she had to leave Lobo, her trusty pal Lobo, behind. I guess we could summon Latenna at the village. I hadn't thought of that. Would that have like a special interaction if we did that? Could we do that? Let's do that. Why not? Let's turn on our lantern first of all. And also, I had made note last time of this guy. I think this guy might be affiliated with Rykard. Not totally sure yet, but I feel... Let's go ahead and summon Latenna. And then we can... take him down real quick. Well, he kind of fell. Can I ragdoll him the right way? We got him to fall right side up last time, and I don't think we're gonna be able to see his outfit. But when we looked at his outfit before, it looked like there were snakes on it. Why did it have to be snakes? The only connection that I have so far with snakes is that Gideon told us that Rykard has a serpentine demeanor. And I'm wondering, like, there's part of me that's wondering, is it possible that Rykard is the all-hearing brute? Maybe? Question mark? I might be stretching there. That might be too much of a connection that I'm trying to make. Okay, so there was no special interaction bringing back Latenna here in the village, and I don't see her anywhere else. Just quickly make our way back over here to where we took down the Omen Killer. The Omen Killer may also have had like a similar outfit to that other guy that we found. The snake outfit, that is. At least it looks like snakes. It looked like snakes on that other guy's outfit. I don't see Latenna anywhere, so she's somewhere else, apparently. If she is to be found anywhere else, I don't know if there's any more to her story. Maybe she's just supposed to be one of your ashes. And that's it. Check over here real quick on this side of this bridge. The other reason that I wanted to come here... Dang it. The other reason that I wanted to come here was that it is nearby this spot that we forgot to, or we did not get around to checking last time, this little crystal area. There were a couple Crystalians hiding down here, and that's why I have this beacon on my map. To make sure that we came back to check that out. So let's take on a Crystalian, shall we? I like this. I have been using this Frenzied Burst. I don't remember if we used this last episode, but I have been using it off camera. The range on this thing, I had not realized just how insane the range is. You can basically back up to wherever you get a lock on. I'm also surprised that we get a lock on from this distance. But basically, if you can lock onto the enemy, then you can Frenzy Burst them. Oh my god, that does not... Oh, but I forgot there's the trick with these guys, isn't there? So, just because we don't do any damage, there's a trick. You have to, like, whittle them down or stance break them. And once you stance break them, then you get to... You need to stance break them first before they take additional damage. I think that was the trick. I also don't want to aggro two of them if I can help it. I sort of admittedly lost track of the other one. I think I just saw it over to the left. Yeah, there we go. Now we get to do damage. I'm out of stamina. Dang it. Okay, you're out of here. Crystalian taken care of. They're very persistent. Stab, 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 stab. And there's not too many enemies that I have felt so far where we get stun locked. There haven't been too many of those instances, but that was one of them there where I did feel a little bit caught in a loop. I can do one more magma guillotine. Just break their stance. That's all you got to do. We finally got a critical hit against them as well. So there you go. All right, taken care of. Did that get us anything special? Just looks like we got a flask refill. So maybe there's nothing more to this area other than a couple Crystalians, some glintstone fireflies. Anything else? Anything else around here? What is the deal with the Crystalians? There's another crab. We got an Albinork crab as well. Is there any special little cubby hole or anything here that I'm missing? This area can definitely get you turned around. Have you spinning in circles. I think we've it was just the two Crystalians. So it seems. Okay. Okie dokie. So now that we are here though, I think we can start making our way northward. Just quickly check my notes again here, but I think that kind of wraps up all of the notes that I had. Housekeeping, backtracking, various things. Why don't we head out into this area? This is where I don't remember if we did cover, if we went through this forested spot. Don't remember exactly what all we covered. Was I even up here? I know we made our way over to the converted tower. The converted part of converted tower is interesting to think about, because now we have seen we've seen both Aridus's rise and Testu's rise. There's a Trina's Lily here. so I don't think I've been here. So these towers were not, they were converted from, I don't know, the ownership of one of the sorcerers of the academy. Is that who Testu and Aridus are supposed to be? That might be a death. Nope, just a little bit of fall damage. Those guys might be sorcerers associated with Rhea Lucaria, but then if those towers were converted, you know, that suggests that somebody else took over. Who would that have been? What's going on there? And also, how the heck do we solve the converted fringe tower? Okay, let's make our way here to what might be the, is it the Blood Church or the Rose Church? What was in Vare's note? I don't remember. Either way, this could be, this is one of the spots that could be a church. It does kind of look like a church. I think we might be in the neighborhood of our buddy Vare at long last. Oh god, wait a second though. There is some serious, oi, what is going on here? Ooh, what in the world? That's gross as hell. It sure seems to be more of a blood church than a rose church. Oh god. Hello there. What is your story? Who in the world are you? Kind of want to get a little bit of a look at you if you'll let me. It's a bad idea. This is a bad idea. Your outfit is very interesting. Ooh, that one of those moves kind of reminded me a little bit of Margit. We've got our trickle heal going here. I just want to keep kiting you for a second while I. It did say the Rose Church, right? The Rose Church. There's an item here. Ooh, I guess we'll pick that up. There's our cookbook. Oh my god, Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 12. And there is Vare. Okay, hold on. He is on this side. You gonna help us out at all? You gonna give us a hand here with your I don't know. Are you affiliated with this person at all? Do you know who this is? Who this be? I want to actually get my we'll use lightning bolts. We've got the advantage of horseback. Let's use it. As long as we don't get stuck. What in the hell? As long as we don't get stuck in trees or, man, there's some cartwheel dudes as well. Okay, hold on. There's a, okay, all right. Whew. A little bit of a handful there. That dude, what was going on with him? He really loves to be drenched in blood. That much we do know. And he wants us to be drenched in blood as well. That attack that he did when we were up against the tree. Oh my god. Huh. I want to talk to Vare. And I also want to take a look at Vare, because is it just me? It has been a long time. Dude, is it just me though, or have you gotten bloodier? The whole butcher's outfit is starting to make a little more sense, perhaps. The Rose Church. There are blood roses here. to pick up. Do we get caked in blood if we roll? What in the heck? This this is so gross. But also there's something about these designs that I find very interesting. Okay, let's friggin' talk to Vare. It's just a very, you know, this is the, we've seen so many churches that have either America statue or the T-pose statue. We haven't seen, this is the first time we've seen this situation where, I don't know, like whose pustules are these? Where the heck are these coming from? Vare, explain yourself.
Ah, there you are. You've had your audience with the two fingers at the round table hold. What was your impression?
Oh, we actually can be asked our opinion on the two fingers. So we could say they didn't seem right, or they were magnificent. How devoted are we to the two fingers? Is this one of these options where you can stray from the golden order if you want to? Would this impact our standing at the hold if we were to say that they didn't seem right? What is my truthful answer? I think my inclination is they didn't seem right. The two fingers was definitely, and kind of still is, pretty stinking weird. I don't think I can say they were magnificent. So I think by default I have to say it wasn't quite adding up. Let's see what he says to that.
Aha, your intuition serves you well. My doubts had been piling up, you see. The words of the two fingers cannot be trusted. Truly, naught but rambling, senile delusions. I believe that when the Elden Ring was shattered, the two fingers were corrupted, their guidance skewed. Even worse, the fingers harbor no love for our kind. That's the part that irks the most.
Our kind being tarnished? I remember that the finger reader said, she talked about how it was the demigods, I think. Let me check my notes. The finger reader dialogue. Enya. She had talked about the demigods and how the grace had turned its back on them, right? Tragic corruption of the order. Foul curses, misery spread. But the greater will has not abandoned the realm, nor the life that inhabits it. So it is the tarnished that the tarnished are guided by grace. Called to act. But where did she say that they... Ah, right. Okay. The great runes are the stuff of demigods. The children of the goddess Queen Marika. She who is vessel of the Elden Ring. Tainted by the strength of their runes, her children warred, but none could become Elden Lord. And so, grace was extended to your kind, the Tarnished. The greater will has long renounced the demigods. Tarnished show no mercy. At the same time, we also know... I think it was a couple episodes now that we met the Blackguard. And the Blackguard had something that he said about, you know, it was kind of a cruel joke of resurrecting him as tarnished because he doesn't have the guidance of grace anymore. We've seen this with several different people who have kind of lost, they once saw the rays of grace like we do, but they don't have it anymore. Roger, I think, said the same thing. And the Blackguard thought that maybe the Erd Tree is broken. Maybe the Erd Tree isn't, is kind of scuffed. And maybe that's, does that play into what Vari's talking about with the two fingers kind of being screwed up since the shattering?
Oh, I have a gift for you. Something fit only for the wise.
A festering bloody finger. Oh, maybe that's what this is about. Maybe this is really just their way of kind of giving a backstory to the online multiplayer component, right? This is your cracked red eye orb. And maybe that's all that the whole business with blood is about. It's giving some lore to invaders. Now, are they connected to recusants? I don't know.
A means for circumventing the draw of the two fingers. Give it a try, won't you? And if it please you, may we meet again. I've high hopes for you, my lambkin.
I don't think I've ever heard the word or phrase lambkin before. That's a new one on me. Let's take another look again at this bloody finger. Yeah, attempts invasion of another player's world. If successful, you arrive as an invader, a bloody finger. No, this would not be recusants, would it? This would be... We actually fought a bloody finger at the very start near Patch's Cave, right? Was it Nereus? And that's who Yura helped us with. I think that's the only bloody finger we've run into. So we've got recusants, we've got bloody fingers. I feel like there was at least one other type of invader. Oh, but of course, the other thing that I forgot to check out here is our new cookbook. I picked this up during my mad dash to stay from being bled to death. And we do finally have that gap in our cookbook knowledge, which I did suspect was in Liurnia somewhere, and we have got it. I was starting to think that it might be in Rhea Lucaria, since we hadn't stumbled upon it yet, but we still had a little part of the map that we needed to explore. So, Cursed Blood Pot is now at our disposal in the item craftings. It actually uses a ritual pot. Throw to douse enemy with accursed blood. Accursed blood. Craftable item prepared using a ritual pot, decorated with the crest of the Lord of Blood. Throw at enemies to douse them in an accursed blood, causing summoned spirits to assail them with a rabid fervor. Oh. That sounds kind of cool. It doesn't scale with anything in particular, as opposed to some of these others. I mean, I want to try that. What do we need to... We don't have ritual pots right now because I have devoted ritual pots to Beast Lure, I think. So we need to use our Beast Lure pots before we can try these out. But we have... You need both Beast Blood and Blood Rose in order to craft this. The Lord of Blood. Don't we have some other... Haven't we come across some other lore regarding the Lord of Blood? We had... This is the crafting menu. We go back to our inventory and we look at... Ashes of War. Did I pass it by already? These are just regular ashes. I want Ashes of War. And then there was a blood... This thing. Yeah, we got this back at Fort Height. The Bloody Slash. Blood Oath skill granted by the Lord of Blood. That's all it says. Just the Lord of Blood. Who the heck is the Lord of Blood? Feels like Vare is in tight with him. Or devoted, perhaps. You're definitely, you got the aesthetic kind of going on.
Be sure to try that finger I gave you. There's no reason to dither. The tarnished were spurned by grace, forsaken by the two fingers. And now they ask you to mend their crumbling world? Your loyalties are misplaced with them.
Fascinating. this pull away to the dark side, to the blood side. The sell job that he's trying to give us by saying that the Tarnished have been, did he say renounced or abandoned by the Two Fingers?
Be sure to try them. I'm quite...
All right. Obviously, we're playing offline, so we're not going to be doing invading of anybody. I don't know if that's something that you have to do in order to progress things with Vare, but interesting. Okay, so we finally have found the Rose Church. Caught up with the super sus Vare. And we apparently have a cartwheel guy over here that we still haven't taken care of. The cartwheel crew out of my game. The silly, ever-loving cartwheel, folks. I don't know if this guy does cartwheels. I feel like he's a little bit too, it would be a little bit too tough with the big old cane that he's carting around. Was there anything else in the immediate vicinity of the Blood Church, though, as the weather has taken a turn here after my break? It's a little bit harder to see. There is a scarab, though, that I hear. Aha! A crimson scarab, which we do not need. Oh, there's another scarab out over there that is also a crimson scarab? Question mark? I said we don't need, but we're gonna kill this one. Oh, this is a little bit of a mystery. Maybe it's not a crimson scarab. Maybe it's actually a gold scarab. I think it is a slightly different color. We get a Blood Flame Blade incantation. Cool. Enchants right hand armament with Blood Flame. Blood Flame? That sounds incredibly dope. A Blood Oath incantation granted by the Lord of Blood engulfs armament held in the right hand with Blood Flame, which can be cast while in motion. After dealing damage, Blood Flame continues to build up onset of blood loss for a very short time. So it does seem like it's a similar effect to having blood grease. Oh. I only just barely realized that this guy had snuck up on us. I kind of want to try that out. I need a weapon, though, that is going to have, we have weapons that we can enchant. We have the, we have our Uchi Katana, which we, have not used in some time, but it is an option there. And we also have the Erdsteel Dagger, which I had thought about having as an option, which maybe now that we can sort of equip a second armament, that might be an idea. Put the Erdsteel Dagger over here, and now we can equip another. We have a sixth memory slot. Why not try out our new Blood Flame? Because that sounds dope as hell. Where are we at here? Where are we going next? Okay, we've gotten the Rose Church. White Mask Vare. We did not check over here at the gazebo. Let's do that ever so quickly as we are re-entering octopus territory. But there is an item over here. A smithing stone 2. Well, 3 of them. 3 smithing stone level 2s. Fine by me. So now we are heading into Temple Quarter. What is this new area going to be? And do we want to sit at We might actually sit at the site of grace. I'm actually going to... Well, let's just ride there. Let's not warp. Just in case there's something interesting along the way that we see. But I'm going to... It is... The title card is Temple Quarter. Temple Quarter. Let's sit and equip our new spell. Let's throw on... We'll just put it here at the end. That's fine. Let's... I didn't notice that it scales, or it requires both Faith and Arcane. But yeah, let's add the Blood Flame Blade, and now we have our Erdsteel Dagger to take advantage of. And it can be cast while in motion. So you can, like, apply this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. How long does that last, I wonder? Guess we'll find out. Let's go ahead and start exploring. Now, it's not going to be probably very useful against the plants, I wouldn't imagine. Wait, why are we lighting it on? Oh, wait a second. There's a fire component because it's a blood flame. Wow, there is a fire component, so it does have some effect. And then it did bleed. Okay, I did not remember that the plants were able to bleed. So, okay, that's actually kind of cool. If I two-hand this, I might even do more damage. I can't get around in time for a critical hit, but we might have found the perfect complement for something like this Blood Flame Blade. Having it on a dagger that can just swing, 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 and stack up the blood or the bleed as quickly as possible. Okay, this is fun. And it does the Lord of Blood insignia there. That's also very cool. Well, what do you know? I was not planning on finding a new option to I had said at the beginning of the episode that I was having more than enough fun with the magma guillotine, and we're obviously not going to be ignoring the magma guillotine, because still the big thing to note here is that our damage, while we are applying both a bleed and a I guess a fire, does it actually have a fire affinity now when that is I did not mean to do that. Crap. When you apply this, does it actually show... It does have a fire component. No, this is the scale sword. I'm looking at the wrong weapon. It does add a plus 60 to the dagger. So, yeah, it's a dagger, right? So the damage numbers are not going to be nearly as high. Nearly as large as the scale sword or something similar. Fascinating, huh? Okay, we also do have the ability to summon. We'll bring our imp friends along since they also apply bleed. Let's get all of our friends out here. All of our friends. Let's really play in with the bleed aesthetic. There was an ambush there, and that guy does do cartwheels. I was wrong. They can do cartwheels just fine. Oh my god. Holy crap. They do bleed. Oh, I forgot I can heal my imps. I need to heal my imps. I want to heal my imps. Don't kill my imps. Don't do it. Poison. Oh, that was from the plant. I hadn't seen that. Ooh, Mikola's lilies. Mikola's lilies. So we're in the temple quarter. What is this item? A rhymed crystal bud. 3 of them. I'm excited about this new option, the blood flame. It's a lot of fun, especially with this dagger. Now, can we make sense of this this new location, the temple quarter? What is the temple? That's the part that I am interested in. I mean, I want to go back to this blood flame. Keep giving me more and more blood flame. Don't stop. Blood flame all day. No chest up here on this little ledge. There's the sign of grace. Oh, and some blood rose. I'm just very much intrigued by this whole situation with... Oh, there's a chest here. The Lord of Blood. It feels like a an aspect to the game that we have not really been exposed to very much yet. We've only gotten these little hints here and there. The encounter with the Blood Knight at Fort Height and stuff like that. But now this is maybe the big getting to the Rose Church and getting these blood associated, more of lore on that front. I don't know exactly what I'm thinking here. I'm trying to make sense of things as I often do, as I am always doing, basically. Yo, that guy just literally, I got headbutted by that plant 4 times in a row. Oh boy, another stun lock. Let's check the item that we picked up. Let's drink our cerulean flask, and let's check the item. The Ice Rend Hatchet. Causes frost buildup. Makes sense. Dude, really? What in the hell? Why are there things still attacking us? Jesus Christ. That's why I guess I have the imps to look out for me. Okay, can I please just have a second to read the item here? A hatchet with a frost-coated blade, one of several gifts given by Castle Sol in the distant north. So Castle Sol actually might be the frozen area. I was thinking Castle Sol would be associated with like Mount Gelmir. Doesn't sound like it. Sounds like it's just the opposite. Known as Freezing Fog, the blade is thought to be a dragon's scale, inflicts a powerful frost effect. And the skill is Pour Frost Stomp. Stomp hard to spread a trail of freezing mist on the ground. The mist applies the frost status effect. Can we wield this? Strength and dexterity. Let's try it out. We're embracing ice and fire here. Assuming that it's not going to put us over heavy load, which it does not. It's a hatchet after all. No big deal. And there is the stomp. Wow, it is actually, it's kind of similar to the Sister Frida effect. That leads back to the Rose Church. I think that might have been all that there was to find here in the temple quarter. It does look like there is a frost effect that is building up just by and our imps disappeared. So that was it. We cleared out the place. Cool. Let's see if there's any loot that we missed. But yeah, it does. The axe did say on the description that it builds up frost. And if I remember correctly, frostbite. Actually, do we know what frostbite does yet in this game? I kind of know what it did in DS3. So I guess it probably does something similar. I think we do know exactly. Like it says somewhere on some item that I don't remember right now. But like most status ailments, you don't want it to happen to you. That much is true. Okay, I don't think this is going to be a weapon for me, though. For the moment, never say never. It might be something that we could, you know, you could apply an affinity to it with a, well, but then you would lose your stomp, your super cool icy stomp, which I do like. The icy stomp is a cool, it's a cool one, yeah. Okay, we're gonna go back to the dagger though, because I really like this. I'm really liking the playing around with the blood flame. Let's see on the map where we want to go. I think I do want to kind of check the perimeter of, I remember there was a bear over here. I kind of want to check near the perimeter. Oh, there's actually a gazebo out here as well that does not appear on the map, I don't think. There are so many plants, so many Miranda blooms, as well as Albinaurix. And I do see a scarab over there in the distance. Okay, let's check out the scarab. Because it looks like... Is it a cerulean or is it a... Well, even if it's a cerulean, that's actually not bad for us. Because we kind of do need some cerulean flasks. But yeah, this gazebo here does not show up on the map, I don't think. The items, unless otherwise noted, the items at these gazebos are just regular old smithing stones and whatnot, for the most part. Nothing too crazy. We have seen, like, a sending gate at one of them, and we've seen, I think, something else that was a little more noteworthy. There's the rune bear, though. Not attacking us, huh? I'm wondering, is the blood flame going to be good against you? Also, if it is a fire affinity... I mean, blood flame, we know it has a fire component to it. So it has to also affect our, it has to be affected by our draw strength, right? It is really difficult to get the bears to bleed. Or at least it seems like it is. This one is actually making us bleed. Is that have they done that before? I don't remember if they've done... Whoa! Oh, it continues to bleed. Like it's a little bit like Black Flame. That's cool. Got greedy. This is taking it forever, so it might not be the most effective method of attack against the bears. Oh my god. I do think they are pretty resistant to... It seems like they're very resistant to bleed. I'm out of stamina. That is a pretty good spot, though, to be. Right underneath them seems to be a bit of a blind spot. or a safe area, kind of. But we did. That was pretty cool. It got, as he was running away, the bleed eventually kicked in, because that's how it works. You're not just applying the bleed each time you hit the enemy. You're applying it, well, maybe I'm not sure if it's being applied on hit as well as applied by each tick of the blood flame. Or is it just being applied by the blood flame itself? That part I'm not. Maybe we should reread the details here. Does it say? After dealing damage, blood flame continues to build up onset of bloodlust. It might only be happening as a side effect of the blood flame as it burns, and not the actual Erd Steel dagger. So it could be that, you know, something like the Uchi Katana might be actually more effective, because it actually has its own blood loss component. Let's take care of before we go farming all the runes here. Let's go ahead and take you on. It also is probably more effective to go two-handed. I can be getting a lot more damage out of things here if I just go two-handed. We do so much less critical damage to you than we do to octopi. Need stamina. God damn it. Poison. Annoying poison. These Miranda plants are really just annoying. But I had not noticed. Yeah, this graveyard is actually not here on the map either. The gazebo, this, all the coffins, there are some things that just don't appear on the map. So it does pay to actually do the full exploration. So we'll pick all these up. We'll get restocked on our runes, which is great. After we wasted a bunch buying all those sorcerers from selling. Nice to be able to top off the piggy bank once again. I should just also go ahead and use a bolus. Especially if there's a dragonfly. The dragonfly is trying to tell me, like, dude, you can just make more boluses. Because dragonfly heads, you have them. So use them. That's what we'll do. Poison, you're out of here. Okay, let's hug the wall as we head east. Sorry, as we head west now. I don't expect there to be any cave entrances, but you never know. A cave underneath Rea Lucaria is conceivable. Doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility. Let's also keep looking to... Let me just look. There's so many Miranda blooms. I am not taking the time to go and clear those out. But I just wanted to see if there was anything else that I might have overlooked. I think it's just the gazebo and the coffins. So let's keep heading this direction. And what we'll be aiming for now, we've done the temple quarter and we've done the church. So I think we want to head over here and see what's up with this. And maybe head through this area. And that might complete the lake. I think we're very close to completing the lake. Maybe we'll check under the broken bridge as well. And that might be like how we wrap up the lake portion of exploration. Oh yeah, I forgot about All of the floating cerulean scarabs. What's up with those? Like the symbology of the scarab, is it supposed to have some special significance? We've seen it obviously that there's all the different scarabs that we kill as we go throughout the world, and there's also the 2 scarab hats that we picked up. But what special significance do they hold? Speaking of special significance, why does that scarab look so freaking shiny? Okay. How do we want to handle this? That did the trick. Okay. I was not sure that was gonna one-shot the guy, but it worked. Nice. Another win for the Frenzied Burst. We picked up a somber smithing stone, which is nice. Not gonna pass those up. But otherwise, have we missed anything else? No more dragon to worry about. We have our glintstone key. That is the other thing that I have been I had been debating on how I wanted to utilize the glintstone key, but I think the decision to me is actually, at this point, pretty clear, because I think we're just going to use the glintstone key ourselves and not worry about sorcerer topes, because it feels like if there is a copy glintstone key or a backup, what better place to find it than inside Rhea Lucaria? So let's go in Rhea Lucaria ourselves, and if we happen to find another glintstone key in the process, then that's only going to be to the sorcerer tope's benefit. But that will be for a little bit later. We're not quite there yet. Where we are now, though, is an Evergaol. Okay, so we do have an Evergaol here on the map. Do we have a... I guess we have this warp point here at the Temple Quarter, and we have our usual Stake of America. It's the Cuckoo's Evergaol, in fact. The Knights of the Cuckoo. So they have... Well, it might be one of the Cuckoo Knights who has been jailed. Perhaps. I want to look around a little bit more. Let's explore explore to the south just a bit. There's a chance there's a site of grace here somewhere. A small chance. Ah, there is. Let's. Uh-oh. Am I getting invaded? Am I getting invaded? I am getting invaded. Can I touch this first? Edgar the Revenger. Edgar the Revenger. Doing more damage than I would have thought. Dude likes to heal. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot that I have quick step. That's the other reason. That's the other thing with this dagger. I do have quick step. We should be trying to quick step and see how that works. Okay, I was trying another downside to using a dagger. Let's see if we can get our runes back here. Another downside to using a dagger is you don't really interrupt your opponent so much. That's not really something that... And he's also using a spear. Okay, that's... You gotta take advantage when you get the chance. Take advantage to... Ooh, you get more iframes with quick step, I think. I could be wrong. It sure feels like I'm able to dodge a lot more stuff with the quick step. I don't know. Shit. Nice. No iframes there. This blood flame is not doing amazing against you. Why am I'm trying to get my Flask of Wonders Physic. I forgot about using that. I like this quick step. I don't know if I'm using it very effectively. I'm out of flasks. Okay, Edgar the Revenger. He did not have... I was expecting there to be some dodges in response to my lightning bolts there. Oh shit, we got a Shabriri Grape. And a Banished Knight's Halberd +8 and some other cool stuff. Some raw meat dumpling. Okay, I don't know about cool stuff. Wow. That was pretty fun. Quick stepping. Quick stepping, you say. Very, very interesting. Let us rest before we do anything else. At the... It felt like an artist shack at first, but it's actually a Revenger's shack. Okay, let's look at what we have acquired. I definitely was taking too many swings with the dagger. It feels like you want to be quick step, stab, quick step, stab. And it wants to be the flow of battling there. The dagger is cool, but I'm definitely feeling the drawback of the lower damage. And it could have been, you know, we might have had a lot more luck there if we'd have just been slamming the magma guillotine, you know? So I don't know, but we're going to keep playing around with different options and having fun, because that's the name of the game here. Raw meat dumplings. We picked these up. Where did we first get one of these? I don't remember. But we've had them before. This is a new one, though. I did notice in the middle of battle. I just didn't say it, because I was focused on fighting, trying not to die. I did notice this was a Banished Knight. The moveset. The whole whirligig slamming the storm veil, windy, spinny attacks. You know what I'm saying. So this guy used to be a Banished Knight. A finely crafted halberd intricately engraved with an ancient motif given to knights who, whether by misfortune or misdeed, were forced to abandon their homes. Most of these knights were sent to the fringes, where they were forced to start anew with only despair for company. And we have the spinning strikes. Can be followed up with a normal or strong attack. Nullifies projectiles such as arrows while spinning. Oh, shit. And a Shabriri Grape as well. So the next time we come across Hyetta, we can give her another Shabriri Grape. Cool. Why would he have one, though? Had he taken one from the old or infirm? Raw meat dumpling. 5 raw meat dumplings. There was a some sort of massacre here? What happened here? What is the text on the raw meat dumplings again? It doesn't really tell us much. Just made succulent by virtue of being on the verge of turning. Not recommended for those who prefer to know the origin of their meats. The Revenger's Shack. There are a couple corpses here that have like the Rhea Lucaria garb, you know? These sorcerer casters that we've seen in various areas. So it could be that he, you know, he was a knight that had been cast out by the Rhea Lucaria peoples, and he got his revenge. And it was one of them who had the Shabriri grape to be taken. Interesting. All right. We did find our site of grace, and we had a bit of a tussle, but we survived. What else to find down here? I see some guardians as we make our way to the near the Erd Tree. We do have, oh, I also see a looks like we have found a catacombs. It had been so long since we had found one of these. I was wondering, any sort of a cave, you know? I was wondering when we were going to find another. And we finally have our wish. Yeah, oh my gosh, the lightning spears are so much more effective against the jellyfish. I hear a scarab as well. That one did not respond as well to the frenzied burst, but it's all good. Ash of War sword dance. Why am I going to the item crafting menu every time? Grants the keen affinity. Sword dance quickly close in to perform a series of spinning upward slashes. Follow up with an additional input to finish with a downward slash. Cool. Oh, and I see bats. Fire against bats is good. So we use it. And we get topped off. Get our flask stomp off as a result. Ah, one more. Almost missed you. Did sorta miss you, but it's fine. It's a longer path down to the bottom here than I would have thought. Did not expect there to be a path all the way around, but I can see it now. I can see it. At first, this all looked like it was just non-traversable. But there is a path. To the catacombs. What flavor of catacombs have we stumbled upon this time? Let's get our lantern going here. Roads End Catacombs. Cool. I guess we'll just rest. Might as well. And we'll see. I think I will keep this this blood flame going here. We've got quick stepping and we've got blood flame. Although if we have skeletons, well, we don't have skeletons, do we? We've got maybe, I don't know, blood flame might not be the best against you. Don't know. But they're just imps. You don't have to overthink things, just kill the imps. They also get interrupted by your dagger, so maybe it's just fine. Okay, I see what looks to be the lever for the boss door. Why are we seeing that so soon? Didn't work out the way that I wanted. I've always charged too soon. Crucible of the Horns. Aspects of the Crucible, maybe a little bit overkill. They're giving us this lever right away, which is an interesting change of pace, and I definitely... What is this sound that has all of a sudden started to the left in my headphones? Oh my god. Shit. Wow, that knocked him down? I can knock him down with a dagger jump attack? That's surprising. Some Grave Glove War, level 3. Okay. Getting some materials to stock up or to level up our alternative ash options. Aha! Susswall find. I was hearing you. And I was like, okay, there's either an enemy right behind me or there is a Susswall somewhere. Oh, I see another one there. I can still switch back to the magma guillotine if I want, because we do have the ability now to wield 2 right-handed armaments, because we've been leveling up our endurance. 5 human bone shards. Okay, cool. And a watchdog's staff. As in watch kitty. We've got the watch kitty's staff. Okay. Large stone staff embedded with glintstone, wielded by Erdtree burial watch kitties who protect catacombs. The watch kitties, battered and broken, the canon now is watch kitty. Battered and broken over their lengthy tenure. They rule the catacombs and are even said to command the imps. Yeah, there was one particular really annoying version of these guys that had all the imps at its command in the boss room. Sorcery of the Crozier? Or Crozier? Channel magic into the glintstone to activate an ancient sorcery, producing floating magic projectiles that chase enemies automatically. It's actually much more of a strength weapon. I thought there would have been some sort of magic component, but not at all. You just need a whole crap ton of strength, which we actually have. It weighs 19. I don't even know if I take off the if we're still heavy load, even with taking the Erdsteel dagger off. Can I quickly adjust? I can put on these gloves. I just want to try this out. Just want to quickly try out Sorcery of the Crozier. So they don't follow you around like what was that one? Well, now I'm sus about this. Yep, because I knew I heard more sounds. The sound design cluing you in to the okay, let's try this. Of course, he goes right behind the wall as soon as I do that. Completely missed. Big old strength weapon does break stance. The sus walls, all of a sudden, are coming in bunches. A rune arc. Okay, cool. Now, could we give Blood Flame to this? No. Why can't we give Blood Flame to this? That's lame. What's the limitation here? Because this does not have any elemental damage component. Although it does have this sorcery thing going on with it. Is that the limitation? The fact that it has an intelligence-based weapon art? Or is it a limitation of, like, can you only, certain weapons can only have the blood flame affixed to them? It works with this thing. We can give blood flame to this guy, but I can't give it to the watchdog staff because, I guess it's the sorcery thing. Okay. A little bit of a bummer there, but it's fine. Okay, we're digging into the secret areas here in the Road's End Catacombs. We're getting some root resin. Okay, cool. The super secret. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Okay, all of a sudden, if you had a shortfall or a real craving for sus walls, look no further. You have found the place. How deep is this gonna go? Because oh, it actually just leads to the boss. Wow. Huh. It actually just leads to the boss. Fascinating. How much do you want to bet it's gonna be a watch kitty? How much do you want to bet? What is my flask? I think my flask is, my wondrous physic is fire and stamina. So we're not getting any special benefit by using it with this this big old hammer. So I am going to go ahead and well, fuck it. Let's play around with the hammer. Let's do our usual, give ourselves the trickle heal here. And I cannot apply Flame Grant Me Strength, but that's only because I needed more juice. And let's drink our Flask of Wondrous Physic, and let's go. And it is a Spirit Caller snail. What? This guy kind of reminds me of Crucible Knight. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh my god, that does no damage. I don't think I want to use this weapon. I was gonna use it, or I was gonna, like, you know, it would be funny to use it if the enemy were a watch kitty. Oh, we're kind of stuck with this, aren't we? Okay, well, I guess we're stuck with it. This guy has serious Crucible Knight vibes, though. I don't know why I summoned those things again. He really has the Crucible Knight moveset. So I don't know why. Spirit Caller snail? Do you have a snail vibe? Is that what that's supposed to be? Oh my god. All right. Okay, we are switching weapons here. we had fun playing around with the Watch Kitty's weapon, but man, this is not a good weapon for us. Let's go back to the Magma Scale Sword. Because I don't know that, I'm not super sure whether the Blood Flame is going to be effective against this guy. I remember Bleed was not super effective against the Crucible Knight, but this guy could be a totally different, he might just have a similar moveset. Where the heck is this Scale Sword, though? My god, there it is. Yee! Let's go back to, more protective armor. And, Beast Lore is not going to be of any use here. This is, I guess, a spot to farm up some root resin if you needed it. Just keep dying to this guy and keep getting root resin. Easy. Flame Grant Me Strength. Now our flask situation makes more sense. because we're doing this. And then we're doing this. And then we're doing this. And then maybe we do aspect of the Crucible Horns because we are facing a Crucible Knight, more or less. Oh, wait a second. Wait, what? Oh, shit. Oh, no. It is actually a snail. It is actually a snail. Okay, that is kind of hilarious. That's why it's a spirit caller. I can see the bell. No! Oh, no. It acts like the stupid fucking Witch of Hemwick or whatever. Oh, my God. Okay. Now it makes sense, but except where? Oh, I see it. Okay. I see it. Shit. Oh, my God. Got him. I'm not going to do a pickle foul foot. I'm not going to do it. I should just do it. I don't know why I'm holding back, but okay. 3,000. That's why. I just feel like the... It's actually, it's hard to know how much... Because some enemies that I've thought are going to reward like 3,000 runes ended up rewarding like 6 or 7k. Like that's kind of the cutoff in my mind. Like if you get 5... If the enemy gives you 5k runes, then pop a foul foot. 3k, not worth the effort. I don't know. Whatever. We got Glintstone Sorcerer Ashes. That was seriously like Witch of Hemwick vibes there. Except this time summoning a freaking Crucible Knight. It was a really gnarly looking like tree roots version of the Crucible Knight. We figured out the gag though. I also really like that one of the things, we'll check out these Glintstone Sorcerer Ashes in a moment. One of the things, though, that is kind of legit about this Magma Guillotine is that it crouches you down sometimes below enemy attacks. Like you do this crouch at the beginning there, and then there at the end. And sometimes when you're doing that, the enemies are just swinging right over you. So you might have to tank a hit sometimes to do it, but other times you might be dodging a hit. So I like this move. It's a good move. Let's check out our new set of ashes. Our new set of ashes here, the Glintstone Sorcerer Ashes. Yeah, the spirit of a Glintstone Sorcerer. Spirit of a Rhea Lucaria Sorcerer wearing a stone crown. That is what we had surmised. A scholar of the Olivinus Conspectus, who has mastered the use of the Glintstone Stars sorcery. Olivinus Conspectus. Definitely got some Harry Potter vibes there with that name. I am not the biggest Harry Potter fan in the world. I've basically just seen the movies, and it has been a long time since I've seen those movies, so my memory of everything in those movies has pretty much faded, but I know that that name sounds like something that would be out of Harry Potter. We know that they wear stone crowns. We had, or at least we had kind of figured that that was what was being talked about by the spirit that was out by Gate Town, that was bemoaning the fact that he could not wear a stone crown. Let's get our lantern back on. And let's head back up the chain. This is really interesting that they made it very noticeable, the sus walls in this catacombs. The most notable probably that they've been so far, mainly because of the sound, right? The sound of these. Oh, they've all respawned, haven't they? Okay, they've all respawned because we died. But we did not yet go down here. We did not yet go down this path. But they made these sus walls so noteworthy or notable. Noticeable. That's probably the word I was going for. They made them so noticeable because of the sound of the imps patrolling behind them. So of course, you had to find them eventually, didn't you? And so, I mean, I could conceive that there might be some players who would have played Elden Ring for the very first time, and this would be their, you know, potentially their first experience with, oh my god, this wall just disappeared. What? Sus walls. Okay. We know the imp tricks here. We know that the imps are... Who's got the better jump attack? Who did it better? One way or another. Oh my god. Chill, dude. One way or another, going through this dungeon, you were going to learn about sus walls. That was just how the game was going to play out. Rhea Lucaria Soldier Ashes. Yet another set of ashes. We kind of have ashes overload. Option overload with the ashes. There's, I don't know that I'm going to be able to summon every single set of ashes at this point. There's just too many of them. I love my variety, but even I have my limits. But we like to read. At the very least, we get all of the lore from the ashes. A trio of spirits, consisting of 2 disposable foot soldiers and their superior. The soldiers of Rhea Lucaria were also known as the Cuckoos. Okay, I've been calling them Radagon soldiers, but these are actually the Cuckoos. That makes sense. They were given free rein by the Academy to wage war as they pleased, and they were infamous for their rapacious ways. Free rein by the Academy. So they were actually the Academy soldiers. Not... Maybe they were Radagon soldiers at some point, but of course those two things kind of became synonymous, at least for a time, through the marriage of Radagon and Renala, so... Okay, I think we are done now with Sus Wall Central, and we can warp back to the Revenger's shack and go from there. And I guess we might as well just jump into the Evergaol. I do have a fair bit of runes, but we're really not close to a level, are we? Halfway to a level? We can go jump in an Evergaol, it's fine. It'll be fine, won't it? I think I will stick with the Magma Guillotine Scale Sword as my default, but it's fun now that we have the Erdsteel Dagger to bring into the mix and potentially do some Blood Flame or other enchanted blade shenanigans. I like having that option. But let's check out the Cuckoo's Evergaol. If it's like other Evergaols, we should be able to do all our buffs once we're inside. Also not a pay-to-play Evergaol, which is nice. So we should be able to go here and we do all of our business. And we get to it. Against, oh my god, Bulls Carian Knight. I should be just attacking you here. No delay while you gear up to stomp on us. All right, we're doing very good damage against you, so this should not be, hopefully, the toughest fight. We've faced plenty of Stone Digger trolls in our time, and I'm hoping that this is going to be no different, although we don't get the riposte. Bit unfortunate, but Carian Knight Bulls, I'll pop a gold foot for this one. Just have a feeling that, there we go, we got a fair bit of runes out of that. We get a Great Blade Phalanx. Is that the easiest mini-boss that we have faced yet? Did the guy even touch us? Did we even suffer a scratch? We might have taken a little bit of damage. But let's see what we got for taking down bowls. The Great Blade Phalanx. Yeah, we've seen this launched at us a number of times. One of the sorceries of the Carian royal family creates a defensive arch of larger magic glint blades overhead. Used by enchanted troll knights. They were the comrades of the young Renala, bound by oath. Why was one imprisoned? Who exactly is doing the imprisoning with each of these Evergaols? That's another question. These, I don't know if we've ever gotten a name yet of our glowworms. They seem to only drop rune fragments, so I don't know if we get any more clues regarding them. Might be a rare drop that will give us some more information, but hey, another Evergaol down, checked off the list, and we're getting a lot of stuff checked off the list here. I was trying to dismount so I could do my magma guillotine, but sometimes Torrent has a mind of his own and just says, you know what, I don't want to let you are not dismounting right now. Oh, I hear a singer. I hear a singer. Bat lady singer. Okay, we'll check that out more closely. I do also wanted to, I had said that I wanted to, oh, but we did check this. There was a scarab up here. So we have checked this little aisle. Took me a second to see her. Took me a second to see where she was at. What is the story with the singers? Golden Rune 6, as expected. What is the story? There are so many. That's an arterial lead. Take it. So many things to wonder about in this game, and I especially can feel the, you know, when I have been. This is the first time for me recording in a couple days, so I tend to feel the distance from thinking about Elden Ring and wondering about all of the things that are going on. And I've definitely felt that today. I felt very perplexed and out of the loop. So many lobsters. What is going on though with there's some of these that are like laying on their sides. I guess they're just sleeping. And have I ever seen their underbelly before? It looks like there's a whole bunch of like eggs. That's kind of gross. Ugh. Yuck. So many stinking lobsters. I don't know. I don't think I want to be hustling with every single one of them. There's a side of grace over here that I do see. So we will grab that at the very least. Foot of the Four Belfries. The hell? 1, 2, 3, 4. The Four Belfries, you say? Oh, I see. Oh. Belfries. There are bells. Okay. Did there used to be 4 churches up here? bunch of jellyfish over on this side. And looks like an encampment. I don't want to check out the belfries first. I do see some more jellyfish. Quite a few things going on here. Or at least it feels like a few things. There were so many lobsters down here. Is there any notable loot? Any reason why I would want to spend any of my time? We've seen some of them napping before, right? You need only wake them up. I think I see another site of grace down there. I guess it's what you get with a big open world, but it does feel like there are a lot of sites of grace. More so than other big areas that we have come across. Hello. Another... Wait a second. This is a headless. This is a headless troll knight. Looking very much like the dude's guarding the mausoleum. This game is so weird. I think I see another one patrolling farther over. What in the heck, man? This is a little crazy. So many weird things in this game. Why are there headless troll knights? And of course, he has that trick. He's got the disappearing trick. What is that? Oh, God. Oh, God! I thought that was my death sound for a second. I'm drinking the wrong flask. I thought for sure that that was me dying. It was the last tick of lava. Dude was, what did he activate there? Some sort of, frenzy mode at the end of his life? Jellyfish, headless trolls. I can't take it anymore. Too much for me to handle today, I think. I think I've reached my limit. We're not even up to the, well, I guess we are sort of making our way up to the belfries. Okay. I thought I was veering off to the side. But this is kind of the path leading up to them. Trying to keep my eyes peeled for anything notable on the way. As I'm always doing. I'm always trying to keep an eye out for stuffs. Because they like to have stuffs all over the place. The Four Belfries. What the hell? Mikala's Lily. I'll take it. There's a sending gate there. And a stone sword key. A place to put a stone sword key. Okay. And there's also a very interesting inscription or engraving. This guy looks like the statues that we've seen over in the Ould Palace ruins. I think we also might have seen this guy down in the Shifra riverbank. Maybe. He looks similar, but I can't say for sure. Does this actually have 4 bells? 1, 2, 3. I see 3 bells. I see 3 bells. I see 4 torches, and I see an inactive sending gate, along with a place for a stone sword key. And then I see a message, which says, Crumbling Lands. This is feeling all of a sudden like some sort of warp hub. I'm wondering if this is going to take us to this plateau. I think this might take us up here. I had been thinking in my mind that that's probably how we were going to get here after all. I initially thought that we were going to there was going to be an elevator from the underground that might take us up here, but we're in Liurnia. Rhea Lucaria. Warp gates, sending gates. This is the theme. Wouldn't it make a lot more sense if we were going to get there via sending gate? Is that what all these are for? Now, who knows? These might take us to all sorts of other places. Precipice of Anticipation. As in the Church of Anticipation? No, this is the Church of Inhibition. Precipice of Anticipation. The Chapel of Anticipation. Is that how we get back to the start of the game? What? It looks like each of these so far takes 1 stone sword key. Maybe some of them will take 2. This one looks like 1. Night Sky Unceasing. This is a absolutely fascinating discovery. A warp hub to send us to all sorts of who knows where. Oh, this is a chest. Okay, we've broken the pattern here at least. So maybe only the 3 sending gates, or I thought for a second maybe they would have a transporter trap as the last. Whoa. Imbued stone. Wait, imbued sword key. It's a key item. Do we need a different type of sword key for these locks? Unseals sending gate but disappears upon use. Oh shit. We cannot use our normal stone sword keys. I did notice. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought that we were, we're in a slightly different place. There's also a site of grace here. I had noticed the color of the flame on the little imp statue was slightly different. It was blue. And that's because it takes a different key. Breaks the seal on the imp statues guarding the sending gates enshrined in each belfry, but remains embedded in the statue after use. Think well before using one. Oh shit, well then, where do we want to go? The Four Belfries. Damn. What an interesting discovery. We could spend a lot of time deliberating over which one to use, but I feel like the one I want to do is Anticipation, because it feels like that might take us back. That's the Night Sky Unceasing. Take us back to the Chapel of Anticipation. That's gotta be it, right? Maybe, maybe not. Night Sky Unceasing. And Crumbling Lands. Are these going to take us somewhere within Liurnia? Or, I mean, if this one is going to the Chapel of Anticipation, then that's going to be well outside Liurnia. And once again, I'm distracted by the view. We'll get back to you. Capital. Erdtree capital. Landell. We shall return. Mount Gelmir. Untextured buildings. But enough to let you know that something's going to take place there. Do I want to use this now? That's the other question. Do I want to use this now? Kind of. I think I'm just going to make the decision. I would presume there's going to be more than one of these keys that we get, right? There's got to be more than one. And if there's only one ever, I mean, how am I supposed to know what to use? Other than the little clues that they give us. And the most interesting sounding one to me is Precipice of Anticipation. That's what we're going to do. Insert imbued stone sword. It's not a stone sword key. Imbued sword key. I think this is a situation where I'm not going to deliberate on it too much because I think my instinct... I'm going to trust my instinct on this one. And we're going to hop right in to this sending gate. Because I'm too curious. Make sure I'm recording. There it is. And we have a fog gate. Oh my god. Okay, we do have the ability to warp. They're not blocking us from warping, so we can go back. Oh, shit. That was cruel. That was just wrong. God damn you, Miyazaki. Okay, I need to go back and get my runes. There were nascent butterflies out there. They lure you to death. With the... Aye. Okay, what a moment. We've made it back. We've made it back to the Chapel of Anticipation. And what a greeting we got. Dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. How in the world, then, are you supposed to get those nascent butterflies? It's just a debate. Look at this. We are here. Watch the bridge fall apart. Can I pick up these nascent butterflies? Okay. We have a fog gate. I think it's a fog gate going into the area where, oh so long ago now, we died to... I'm having a mental block on the name of the Grafted Scion. We're definitely more equipped to handle a Grafted Scion at this point, but is that what is behind this gate? We are back. Absolutely fascinating. Okay. Now I'm at the spot where I'm a little bit closer to leveling up. And we're going to continue exploring. This is so cool, though. We are back here. We did not arrive here where I thought we would. Or how I thought we would. I was thinking there's still a door that's back near, like, where you spawn, the original spawn point in the game. There is a door that I know from playing on a fresh file. I know this door exists that only opens from the other side. Which now, my guess is that you're going to get there from the underground. But who knows? You've got sending gates. You've got all kinds of ways to potentially get back there. But we're on the other side of a boss fight. So we're going to come back to this. We're not going to jump through that gate. but I am very excited to do so. At some point, we just don't have that much more to explore in this area. We're very close to like scouring the rest of Liurnia and essentially leaving ourselves just Rhea Lucaria and the Carian royal residence. So I think we'll try to make that the goal for the rest of our time here today, is just to keep exploring and flesh out the rest of the Liurnia mental map in our mind. Jellyfish out during the day as well is somewhat noteworthy. I feel like we've only seen them either at night or they have been guarding the entrances to catacombs and such. Is there a cave down below? It look like there might be a cave entrance or something. Is that guy onto us? I don't really want to tussle with him at the moment if I can avoid it. There is a Knights of the Cuckoo encampment, which we'll get to here in a moment. But I want to first just explore this way. There were jellyfish over here, so I want to make sure there was no... Okay, I don't see a cave opening. So I think the main attraction was up the hill to the Four Belfries. Cannot wait to get more imbued sword keys and try the other sending gates. The potential, now that we know they can send you to all the way back to Liurnia, who knows where the others could send you. Where would we find those imbued sword keys? Maybe there's one in Rhea Lucaria, maybe there's one in the Carian royal residence. Wherever they may be, we'll track them down. We'll get them. Let's get, what I want to get here is, I see a pumpkin head. What I want to kind of do is go up here. I'm thinking of a place to post up. Yeah, right here is a perfect spot for Lieutenant. Well, okay, you know, good enough, I guess. Good enough. Ooh, you're here as well. Okay, let's get our flame, grant me strength. And then first time. Yep, go ahead. You take all that time and charge up your sword. Oh, and he jumped up right as my flame had charged up. That was great timing. I'm glad he could work with us on that. So Lieutenant doesn't quite have line of sight to these guys, but that's okay. They're just some scrubs, some cuckoo scrubs. Wait a second, she does have line of sight to this guy. Man, Lieutenant is actually pretty cool. I don't want to lose her. Let's not go out of bounds. Oh yeah, you get them unaware. Catch them unaware and it is a one-shot. Oh, there are actually two chests up here. Two chests, you say. Smithy Zone 4. And 6 Albinorg blood clots. I see. What is this? I feel like I'm hearing something. Is it this guy breathing? I think that's what I'm hearing. Yeah, I'm hearing frickin' pumpkin head. Let's see how you like frenzied burst. Likes it just fine. Especially if I don't hit you in the helmet. That helmet is so freaking sturdy. Oh, he got his flail. Chain link flail. Pick up this skull, and then we will take a look at the chain link flail. Not that. Not that screen. A spiked iron tube attached by a chain wielded by mad pumpkin heads. Especially large for a flail, wielding it requires more strength than it does dexterity. Makes sense. Flail. Bring me my flail. Drink, please. The doggy is actually the more annoying target here, so we'll focus on him. What's in the chest? Cuckoo glintstones. Just what I was looking for. What is he doing? You getting your sword practice in there? Just swinging at nothing. Not the most effective strategy. Dude, that the nascent butterfly debate. We'll get that item in just a second. Let's clear out all the troops here. Especially nice that we can just one-shot these guys with a charged frenzied flame. Frenzied burst. And that is the full refill of flasks. So what do we get? We're clearing out. We get a rune arc. Okay. Cleared out the encampment here. Anything else noteworthy on the map? I do want to check around. Oh yeah, the jellyfish hanging out over there. All right, thanks, Latenna, for the help. Appreciate it. She's already peaced out, I guess. Can't miss those Aroa fruit. Was there a cave out here? No. Okay. No cave. It's just some jellyfish. Jellyfish guarding some loot. Some blood grease. These guys are actually a little bit... They are taking notice of me, so I guess we'll take notice of them. What's this? Golden Rune 1. I guess I ran over a skull and I didn't realize it. And a jellyfish shield. Excuse me. A jellyfish shield. Is it an act? It is a... It's a great shield. Of all things. Which we can wield, by the way. It actually has 100% physical damage negation. But it's pretty low when it comes to guard boost, stability. But the strength requirements are pretty low. It does have dexterity requirements, which is unusual. Very unusual for a shield. Usually it's all about strength. The head of a spirit jellyfish, commonly found floating above sacred ground throughout the lands between. Wielded without modification as a shield. Never would have thought of that. Never would have thought to wield a jellyfish as a shield. The see-through head is extremely light, but its flesh is supple, providing absolutely no protection from piercing attacks. And it has a unique skill, Contagious Fury. Incite the jellyfish's wrath and allow its fury to flow through you. raises attack power for a certain duration. Huh. That is one of the more creative shield options, that's for sure. Let's check it out. You know we got to give it a try. I should have just equipped it. But we got to give a try here to the... Let's just go to a different slot. Put it over here. It does take us to heavy load, I think, no matter what. What in the... Look at that. It's a jellyfish shield. We don't raise it up like we would a shield. We protect the lower regions of the body. And then what about this contagious fury? We splash ourselves with the how much does it actually increase our attack? It puts our attack power up to 453. Ow. So between this, what was the weight on this? It does weigh 8. Pretty heavy. Is there a way we can get it so we're not at heavy load? We'd have to change up our armor, I think. We'd have to like go back to the samurai armor. Which, you know, how drawn am I to a freaking jellyfish? We just haven't been doing, you know, I've been enjoying the no shield life. And it feels a little bit weird to go back to the shield. But this contagious fury, it raises your attack power so much. Huh, something to think about. Something to think about for later. Jellyfish shield, I swear to God. This game is so stinking weird. Where are we going next? Where are we going next? Let's keep heading up northward, I guess. What in the hell? I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm at a loss. Big old procession of Karian. Oh, it's the wagon procession. We haven't had one of these in a while. And there's a knight. Okay, okay. A horseback knight, that is. All right. So I guess we want to take out the wagon procession. There's also all these like balloons that are floating all over the lake that have like golden runes in them. I might go clean those up off camera. We'll see, we'll see. What is the deal with that? Let me watch this knight on horseback for a second. I mean, we probably want to fight him no matter what, because he might have his own special loot. So let us, let's get... Out of juice. That hit the tree. I think it did. Hit the tree. All right. I'm gonna spare this horsey. I'm feeling merciful today. Horsey, go free. Ride free. Be yourself. Be your true inner horsey. Oh, it's zombie dog. Whoops. Okay, we don't have to take out the entire... Do we even need to take out any of these guys? Can we just, like, go up and loot? Just give me the loot. That's all I care about. Arya Knight's Sword. There we go. Hit and run. Nobody. They guard the very. Oh shit! I need some flasks actually, so maybe I do need to kill some people. We have a sword to check out. Let's do it. I can tell my energy level is just winding down a little bit at the end of the play session, and I'm getting a little bit on the loopy side. Straight sword embedded with a blue glintstone, weapon of knights, sworn to carry and royalty. These knights' swords could serve as catalysts, letting them wield sorcerous battle skills. Despite numbering fewer than 20, this power made them a match for even the champions of gold in battle. The champions of gold? Are those the Leyendell forces that we spotted when we went to the Altus Plateau? Despite numbering fewer than 20, they're saying that the Carian Knights, there was not even 20 of them? Scales with intellect, has a magic component, and has Aryan Grandeur. Aryan Royal Prestige embodied in a skill. Transform blade into a magical greatsword and swing it down. Can be charged to increase its power by up to 2 levels. That's cool. I can't try it because I'm too dumb. I'm just a big dummy. No Carian magic greatsword for me. Just freaking octopus. That's all I get. What else do we have? What else do we have? There was that one little marshy section, because I think we're back now to the King's Realm ruins. And so I think the only other area was to go down here through this section, although I kind of... I'm starting to get a little worried that there might be some lobsters down here. That does give me a flask. I had a feeling that would give me a flask. This mosquito. This mosquito. Mosquito. Dragonfly. I think of them as mosquitoes. They're just freaking annoying. Wow. Would you stop already? Why must you be like you are? Am I headed the right way? Sort of. This is the... Yeah, these are the Four Belfries up there. There's some loot down here. Certainly some super important loot that we would not want to miss out on. I am going to take the time to kill these guys, though, because I kind of want them to give me back some flasks. Aristocrat garb and throwing daggers. Cool. Pretty sure we've gotten that aristocrat garb before. Ah, there's another set of coffins down here. Nice. Lots of runes. Potentially to pick up. Oh, and lots of these guys. Oh, my favorite. Love these guys. We're gonna go on foot. I probably don't need flame grant me strength, so we're just gonna go in and go magma gating. We have your bell now, by the way. We stole your bell. How do you feel about that? We can do your annoying little bell thing. There's my flasks. We have definitely gotten our rune savings back into shape after that selling expenditure to start the day. We could do the same thing with Topes. Buy all of his sorceries just to see if there's anything that happens to him. I think that would be a much cheaper. Much cheaper endeavor. And we're going back into the territory of these guys. Great. I see a cave opening over here. Did I see one? We are definitely winding down at the end of a play session here, but I think we are crossing. There is actually a gazebo hidden in here. Some Trina's lilies. But we are getting all of the important locales crossed off the list. All the different important parts of Liurnia. Wow, I actually hit him. He jumped so high in the air, I didn't think I had a chance. Okay, now, I think I'm starting to wonder, now that we have played around with sleep pots, I'm starting to think... That was nice. He took a big hit by jumping in the lava. I'm starting to think that those sorts of attacks that those guys are throwing at us might actually be sleep-based attacks. And if we were to somehow stay in the fog longer than we should, that we would succumb to the throes of sleep. That's the feeling I get, at least. Okay, well, luckily... Oh, there's a site of grace. Oh, I did say, that's right. I remember seeing a site of grace down here. When we were up on the hill up there by the Four Belfries. So we have reached the Crystalline Woods. So what's over on the right side, or the east side of the Crystalline Woods? Hopefully, fingers crossed, no lobsters. Lots of cerulean scarabs, though. Okay. No lobsters, at least. Why are there 3 cerulean scarabs here? Oh, there is a stone sword key entrance. And it takes 2. Oh, God. We are not doing that today. Because that is, that screams to me, you know. What was the place at the start of the game? The Fringe Folk. The Fringe Folk grave. And I do not want to deal with that right now. I don't have the energy. I don't have the willpower to take on a Fringe Folk hero's grave or anything of the sort. Let me go ahead and look at the map one more time here. We explored here before. This is where we fought the dragon, the Glintstone dragon. The only other little bit that I was thinking of exploring was quickly going around like the perimeter of Raya Lucaria. So why don't we just do that, and then we can say that we can, you know, put a nice little bow on top of this wonderful, lovely, and confusing as always episode of Elden Ring. Because that's just how it goes. A Mikola's Lily, I'll take it. You'll love to see it. Any Crystallians hanging out here. Nope, just snails. Hopefully no spirit summoning from these snails, please. We are at the base of the academy, though. So there are some glintstone fireflies. Not that I need them, but I just love to collect things, you know? Anything interesting to find at the base of Area Lucaria? Oh my goodness. Oh, I thought, okay, that was not what I had a little bit of a misread on what that was jumping out at me. What am I on my way to something here? Or is this just a dead end with some bats? That's what it looks like. And a tree lily. Thought for a second I was finding a super secret cave or something like that. I guess my lantern is not on. There's always so much more to Elden Ring than you think there is going to be. Just when you think that you're getting close to wrapping up an area, there's just more. There's more that you forgot about. And this doesn't, maybe this is not that much more, whatever is underneath the, or next to Rea Lucaria. So far, all we've seen is just a bunch of annoying, I don't remember what these guys are, but the bell ringers. Something having to do with revenants or something. Don't remember exactly what their story was. But there's just a whole freaking lot of them here. They are the Academy outcasts, question mark? Mikola's lilies. And this is, cannot check the map. Oh, hi there. Should I be scared of you? I'm not sure if I should be scared of you or not. But it's one of these things. This is the first time that we have faced off against one of these. Don't know if I should get off horseback. That might be a mistake. Okay. Okay. That... Yay. That was a neat trick. Don't want to get grabbed again if I can help it here. You're pretty tanky, especially against fire damage. What about lightning damage? Oh my god. Okay. Shit. Missed our chance. Lightning is not too bad. Good old 420. I'll take it. All right. A little late on the flask of drink there, but it's fine. Okay, so our dual wielding Sen's Fortress guillotine. What are we calling them? We need more. We need more info. But they didn't seem too bad. Just don't get grabbed, and you'll be fine. I feel like we also saw one of them out in Caelid, right? We scouted one, but we didn't. It was way off in the distance. So that is our first official going toe to toe, so to speak, with one of those things. So just another fun little addition to the today's Liurnia excursion. which I really don't quite know how to process all of it. What have we done today? We've gotten some blood flame. We did all kinds of stuff with blood today, which is great. Got to catch up with Vare. Jumped into an Evergaol, found a bunch of sus walls in the catacombs. What else? Feel like my brain is kind of a mush right now. I'm trying as best I can to remember what we have done. As I just go to the end, I'm just exploring this one last little section here, and then we're gonna wrap up this installment of Elden Ring, because it has been a blast, and it has also worn me the hell out. I see a side of grace, so that looks like that might be a good spot for us to really say this has been a successful outing into Liurnia. We are here at the Eastgate Bridge Trestle. Don't know what the hell a trestle is. I do see some giant lobsters out there, so we kind of don't want to get killed by those. I do see another gazebo, but oh, and I hear a scarab. I do hear a scarab. I would like to... There we go. Thank you. I don't think I actually have the angle from this. Yeah, I had... That's kind of what I figured. There we go. And we get an Ash of War Shield Bash. Perfect way to cap things off here. Brace behind shield before using body weight to ram foes while maintaining guarding stance. Weaker enemies will be shoved backwards and can even be staggered. Usable on all shields. Got some aristocrat garb. We definitely have options now in terms of blood grease. Well, blood spells, blood flame, bloody fingers, which we're not really... Oh yeah, we have the cursed blood pots as well. And we'll get our exclamation marks off of all the Sellen spells, which we... Oh, we did get another memory stone, so we have just another set of options to add to our tool belt on the spells department. And yeah, I am really tired right now. My butt kind of hurts, because I've been sitting in this chair for 3 hours, and it's time for us to call it a day. But next time, I am very excited, because I think I might do a little bit more backtracking off camera, just to kind of fully flesh out some areas here in my mind that I'm not fully confident about the exploration. But then it is time for us to turn our attention to something big. And I think that is going to be the South Rhea Lucaria Gate. Maybe we'll start from the East Rhea Lucaria Gate, but either way, we are going to be using our glintstone key. And we will worry about getting a copy to Sorcerer Topes later. If we happen to stumble upon one inside of Rhea Lucaria, then cool, we can give him a copy. And that is what he said. He said he's very patient. He's willing to wait a while. So I'm good with that. We also have made it back to the Chapel of Anticipation. I almost forgot that little, small, but also ginormous discovery that we made it back to where we started the game. And there's a boss fight, but we don't know what it is yet. Is it just a grafted scion? The one that we're finally going to be able to get revenge against after all this time? The original grafted scion? I want to find that out. Maybe we'll start with that. Who knows? But then we also have, eventually, the Carian Royal Residence. But I do feel like that's probably going to be on the back burner until we are done with Rhea Lucaria. Let's find Renala. Let's get our respec option and then see what happens after that. But we'll figure all that out. We will figure all that out and more as we finish off the episode with one last dragonfly taken down for good. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.